The phone slid from my hand and smacked against the hardwood, the sound echoing through the still house like a gunshot. My chest tightened as the glow of the screen revealed a single message. Timestamp 2:17 a.m. Can't stop thinking about last night. Same time tomorrow. The name beneath it burned into my eyes. Chris, a stranger, a name I didn't know, but one that carried the weight of everything I had been trying not to see. Upstairs, Lena slept, her steady breathing a cruel metronome against the chaos tearing through my head. I stood frozen in the half-lit kitchen, the hum of the refrigerator, the only thing holding me together. How had I missed this? How had we arrived here? That morning had started like any other. She kissed me goodbye, quick and distracted, before rushing out for what she said was a work dinner. Her perfume, jasmine with a sharp undertone, lingered in the air as I cleared our breakfast dishes, the clinking porcelain a small anchor to routine. But lately, she had felt distant, her smile stiff, her eyes glued to her phone more often than not. I told myself it was stress, the new promotion, the long nights, the endless client dinners, the relentless emails. Just last week, she joked, "Don't expect priority service." Playful, but with an edge I hadn't placed. I laughed it off, thinking it was her way of warning me about her workload. But now that line clawed at me like a taunt I hadn't understood until tonight. My hands trembled as I picked up the phone, staring at the message. My thumb hovered, scrolled for more, or smashed the device into pieces. The house suddenly felt too big, the shadows too heavy, as though even the walls were hiding something. I climbed the stairs slowly, every creak sharpening the dread coiling in my gut. Her phone rested on the nightstand, the locked screen frozen on a photo of us at our last anniversary. Her head on my shoulder, my smile wide, blind. I typed in her passcode, our wedding date. The soft click of it, unlocking, almost split me open. Cold light bathed my face as I opened her messages. Dozens of texts, some harmless, lunch at 1, but others were blades. Miss you already. Last night was everything. I scrolled, each word another strike. Then a photo loaded. Lena laughing in a dim bar, her hand resting on a man's arm. Broad shoulders. A cocky grin. Chris. I didn't know him, but instantly hated him. Worse, I hated myself for ignoring the late nights, the secrecy, the red dress she wore so often now. But never for me. I sank onto the edge of the bed. The mattress dipped beneath me. Lena stirred, her hair spilling across the pillow, her face peaceful. How could she look so calm while my world was breaking? Part of me wanted to wake her, to shake the truth out of her. Another part, weaker, begged me to believe there was an innocent explanation, a colleague, a friend, anything but what it looked like, because the alternative was unbearable. Morning came. I played the part of the oblivious husband, made coffee. The gurgling pot filled the silence until she wandered in, hair mussed, eyes heavy with sleep. "Morning," she murmured, brushing my hand as she reached for a mug. I flinched at the touch, caught between longing and disgust. "You okay?" she asked, brow furrowing. I forced a smile. "Just tired. Rough night." She nodded, already unlocking her phone. I watched her thumbs move across the screen, each tap a potential lie. My resolve hardened. I needed proof. That evening, she said she had another work dinner. I kept my face neutral and suggested she take my car, easier with the GPS app we shared. She hesitated for just a second, then agreed. As her tail lights disappeared, I opened the app. The blinking burned into me. She wasn't heading downtown toward the firm. Her route cut into a quiet residential neighborhood I didn't recognize. My heart pounded as I grabbed my keys, the metal biting into my palm. Rain blurred the drive, wipers pounding in time with my pulse. The GPS led me to a brick townhouse glowing warm against the storm. My car in the driveway, parked beside a sleek black sedan. I killed the engine and sat there, rain hammering the roof, breath fogging the glass. Every instinct screamed at me to storm inside, but fear pinned me in place. What if I was wrong? What if I wasn't? The door opened. Lena stepped out, laughing, leaning into him. Chris, his arm wrapped around her waist like it belonged there. They paused under the porch light, then kissed. Not a peck, not friendly. It was hungry, familiar, intimate. Tears blurred my vision. I gripped the steering wheel until my knuckles turned white, my entire world tilting off its axis. Back home, silence pressed in. I sat at the kitchen table, her phone in my hand, the evidence glowing on the screen. When she walked in, damp hair curling at her temples, her smile froze at the sight of me. "What's wrong?" she asked, her voice pitched too high. "Who's Chris?" My words cut like glass. Her face faltered, then hardened, defiance flickering. "He's a colleague." But the lie crumbled under my stare. I held up the message. She opened her mouth, then closed it, shoulders sagging. "It wasn't supposed to happen," she whispered, tears gathering. "It was just a mistake. I still love you." The words were a rope tossed to a drowning man, but they rang hollow. I wanted to believe. I wanted to rewind. But the truth was a knife already buried too deep. "A mistake?" I snapped, my voice raw. "You've been lying for months. You chose him." She flinched, and in that instant, I saw both. The woman I married, human and flawed, and the stranger who had broken us. "I'm sorry," she sobbed, reaching out. I stepped back. The space between us widened into something unbridgeable. The next morning, I packed a bag. Not because I wanted to leave, but because staying felt like surrender. "Where are you going?" she asked from the doorway, her face etched with regret. "Away," I said, my throat tight. "I need to figure out if I can trust you again, or even trust myself." As dawn stretched across the road, I drove. In the rearview mirror, our house shrank along with the life I thought I knew. Betrayal wasn't only hers. I had betrayed myself, too, by ignoring the signs, by clinging to a love already slipping through my hands.